Hello, YouTube, specifically everyone watching this battle right now. As the title says, this is my first time narrating, and I'm a little nervous, so I'm gonna try to do a good job and not go off on some random tangent about something not Pokemon battle related. But let's get to it. Alright, reversing Carlos now, and I'm sorry that I can't get a very good competitive battle up, because as we know, PBR is just not as fun, I guess, as it used to be, because they have a lot of non-competitive teams. But Carlos's team didn't look that competitive. I was kind of underestimating him a little bit. We'll see if that pays off or not. We're at Main Street Coliseum, one of my favorites. As you can see, my little, I don't know, avatar girl, Penny, she's my favorite. Alright, he starts out by sending Gardevoir and Espeon. So everything's going pretty well so far. The strategy here is to have Medicham set up Gravity and Dusknoir do Skill Swap to get the huge power ability. After that, Medicham kind of turns into support with Helping Hand and kind of Confusion Hacks with Dynamic Punch, and that lets Dusknoir kind of sweep with Shadow Punch, or if it's a Steel type or something, it use Dynamic Punch or Ice Punch or whatever. He uses Psychic on Dusknoir, and that does a little more than I thought it would. Espeon has pretty good special attack. Then it goes on. Gardevoir uses Psychic as well. I thought he would use probably Hypnosis or something on Dusknoir, but no. Double Psychic from his team. I set up my Gravity. Gravity intensifies. Skill Swap. All is well. We've got our strategy set up so far. I use the Helping Hand, Medicham turns into support as I said, and I go for the Shadow Sneak on Gardevoir. Yes, Gardevoir. I know that's gonna one-hit KO it unless he has Focus Sash, but I'm pretty sure he didn't have an item at all before on the selection screen. I don't know what I'm thinking. Espeon is probably gonna go for another Psychic, and we'll see if it does. Also, I've turned up the recording mode, I guess, if you want to call it that, on my recording device. I don't know, the quality. We'll see if that makes a difference in how it looks. Tell me if it does. I use the Helping Hand. Goes first, priority. Go for the Shadow Snake, not Snato Chic. Whatever. One-hit KO. Easy one-hit KO. Probably would have KO'd without the Helping Hand, but Medicham can't really do anything else right now, because now he goes for this Psy-Up. I'm not sure what. I think he tried to, yeah, Dusknoir. Well, he was either trying to copy Dusknoir's, because he's kind of silly, being silly. I think he thought I was going to do something else, or he's going to copy probably Gardevoir's like Calm Mind or something. I didn't really know what he was didn't know what he was going to do. Sensing Glaceon, and with both having Dynamic Punch, I'm not very worried yet. So, what did I do? I think I went for the Dynamic Punch on Glaceon and maybe a double Dynamic Punch. Sorry, I didn't really catch what I was going to do there. Yeah. My Gravity team is probably one of my favorites. It's not actually a team, it's like a selection of like 20 pokes I have that can fit into a Gravity team. I actually have a lot of little strategies I use on here. This is just one. It's one of my favorites, because if I can set up the Skill Swap, it really works well. Alright, let's see. I go for the Helping Hand again. I go for the Helping Hand, yes, Medicham support. Psychic again. Does almost dead. One more and I'll be dead. Uses Hail, so I'm not sure. I really didn't know what he was gonna do. I thought he didn't really know what he was doing, but it turns out this is a Hail team, a little makeshift Hail team. So I wasn't quite sure what he's doing with that. So now that he has Hail up, I'm kind of fearing Blizzard. I also am thinking, what is he doing? Does he know what he's doing? I don't think he knows what he's doing. But he does know what he's doing, as you'll see next turn. Dynamic Punch did miss. That kind of made me mad, but whatever. We still have 4 pokes left this turn. Go for the Shadow Sneak on Espeon this time. That's gonna guarantee 1-hit KO. Espeon's defense is not very good. It's like base 40 or something. Special defense is pretty good though, but not defense. 1 Shadow Sneak without the huge power skill swap would probably still KO'd it. I'm stuttering, kind of nervous. Sorry. This battle is kind of fast. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he went for the hail. Let's see, what else? Nothing else to talk about, really. Go for the Shadow Sneak. KO. Poor Espeon. Poor Espeon, just fainted. Goes for the Blizzard. So now at this point, he does know what he's doing. I kind of underestimated him because I thought he would just go for like the, I don't know, Ice Shard or Icy Wind or whatever it learns level up wise. But he goes for the Blizzard. So now I think, okay, Hail Team. How you don't have any other Pokemon to benefit from your Hail? What's going on, man? But you'll see as with the Pokemon he sends in that it is an actual makeshift Hail kind of team. So I send in Hariyama. Hariyama has an interesting set too. It doesn't always work, but it's still kind of fun to use. He sends in Lopunny, so I kind of fear in the Fake Out, or maybe Dizzy Punch or something. So what do? I don't give in. I always hate it when I do that. I'm fearing Fake Out on Medicham, so I start going to Aggron, switch into Aggron. So I use the Focus Energy on Hariyama. Yep, he's that kind of. He's Scope Lens and Focus Energy. I haven't calculated yet, but it's a decent chance of getting a critical hit. It doesn't usually happen, but his attack is so high anyway, it doesn't really matter if I get the crit or not, most of the time. He does have thick fat, so I'm kind of lucky here that he can survive blizzards. This double blizzard coming up. Blizzard is not effective on Aggron either, so I get kind of lucky. He uses the Blizzard, and this is the time where I figure out, oh, it's just the Hail Team. Glaceon is confused. He doesn't get the hacks there, but he does get his Blizzard off. That does crap of damage. Thanks to... Oh, that was Icy Wind. Oh, sorry, that wasn't Blizzard. That was Icy Wind. Lowers my speed. Hariyama does get the Focus Energy. We're getting pumped. The Icy Wind didn't really matter on Hariyama because he's slow anyway, but Aggron is actually a choice scarf. He has perfect speed, 31 IVs. He's perfect. It's one of my favorite pokes. And with Gravity, with the moves he has, as you'll see, Head Smash, Iron Tail, those have pretty low accuracy, and with Gravity he just is a beast. I go for the Iron Tail, I believe, and Hariyama goes for the Dynamic Punch. A lot of Pokemon can learn Dynamic Punch. I was really surprised when looking through it for my Gravity team. Really fun to teach your Pokemon Dynamic Punch. Like first gen, almost like every Pokemon could learn Dynamic Punch. I think it was a TM. No, I don't know. I knew like Blastoise and Charizard could learn it. That was like the first one, but a lot of Pokemon could. It was really surprising. And then with the Emerald version too, that's where I got my Dusknoir with Dynamic Punch. Got it from my friend, my cousin. Not really my friend. I stole it from him. Goes for the Blizzard again. I don't know why he would do that. You think he would maybe carry Focus Blast or maybe Brick Fake, but I guess not. I think he's trying to get the freeze hacks, and I'm praying to God that he doesn't, and luckily he doesn't. But a few more Blizzards and Icy Winds, and poor Hariyama and Aggron are gonna faint. I go for the Iron Tail, KO, bam. I never actually use Iron Tail. I usually just go for the head smash. I don't know why. It's a lot more fun, I guess. I miss my Dynamic Punch. I set up Focus Energy for nothing. Oh no. But it's still fun to use Hariyama and Focus Energy, because I bet I surprised my opponent. I really like doing that. It's like giving my opponent a really good battle. Giving one to remember, because I like those. I like it when my opponent is sort of creative. I guess this team is sort of creative. I mean, my team is sort of. Not really. Go for the Iron Tail again, because I'm Choice Scarfed. I'm locked into it. Let me just go for the Dynamic Punch again. I went for the Dynamic Punch last time because I thought I would get lucky. But I didn't, because gravity was get down and it has like a, what, 50% chance? I think it was. It's kind of early in the morning and I don't know my Poke facts, if that's what you want to call them right offhand. So yeah, the battle is pretty much over. If it gets crit or freeze hacks, I'm dead. But Aggron survives, and if I miss, there's a chance of me missing my moves, but I don't. We go in, Iron Tail, bam. Oh, it doesn't kill it. I thought it would kill it. I highly remember it killing it, but I go for the Dynamic Punch, and that's gonna one-hit KO. Not one-hit KO. Well, you know what I mean. It's dead. It's dead. Hit the bunny, and then that leaves a win with me. They did exchange their friend code at the end, if that matters.